Alrighty, so I wanted to do a video without Sabunak on the team because I definitely feel like that's been one of the biggest questions people have been asking me is like, should I summon if I don't have Sabunak, or do I need Sabunak to be able to use this character, or, whatever the case may be. Obviously, this is a PvP scenario. I definitely don't think that you have to have Sabunak in PvE, basically at all, because most enemies are going to be immune to her sort of like whole debuff setup in general, but I'm going to use Tyr in place as sort of like the turn 1 taunt unit, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to go just yet, but Thor does give some, I think it's damage reduction at the very beginning, so applicable allies damage taken, or decreases applicable allies damage taken by 30% for 2 turns, so that is quite nice. And then on top of that, Vittoria also, I think it's crit defense or something? I don't know what. Here it is. I'm so dumb. Increases crit defense of unknown allies by 60% for 1 turn. So crit defense is big. Obviously, the meta is pretty crit heavy right now. Escanor is a big crit unit, and I definitely noticed that whenever, with him attacking into, like, Arthur, for example, you'll see a max stacked crit defense Arthur, 4 stacks on Arthur, and the Escanor will attack into him, and it just, man, it's crazy how much less damage he does. So obviously him being a big crit man should help us, hopefully. So we do have a little bit of damage reduction, 30% damage reduction on top of the 60% crit defense, and I think Tyr also has 60% additional crit defense from his Unity, so hopefully this turn 1 won't be too bad. I do have Tarmia Link. Okay, type advantage on that as well for me, so we do live. That is good. Unfortunately, his taunt is over with, so that does suck, but it is what it is. He's disabled. I do kind of want to worry about the... I think, honestly, just worrying about the Gother is the best bet here. So let's throw this out into this, maybe. Make sure we try to kill here. So he did some damage to me. Tyr does pretty solid damage, actually. Sucks that he didn't get a Holy Relic and Hell did in this update. But then again, Tyr's kind of a menace. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe Hell did need a little bit more support, but I don't know. We did over 300k with that attack, by the way, which is great, because that means we now have Thunder God's Judgment. So that is good. We did debuff because of Tyr's passive, so melee does have 2 stacks. Little worried about that a little bit, Wait, did he cleanse somehow? Oh, he ate the debuff. I'm dumb. Gotcha. Okay. Unfortunately, I was not within the 20% there, so Thor goes bye-bye. That really sucks, actually. Oh, it killed Vittoria too? That is incredibly bad. Holy. Well, nothing really I can do about that. Yeah, I definitely think that is where Thor is going to be, unfortunately, pretty dupe heavy. So the fact that with her ultimate scaling, if you have her 1 through 3/6, she only gets the immunity or immortality or whatever you want to call that buff. I can't remember what it's actually called right now. I think it's Thunder God's Protection. You only get that one whenever you're below 15% HP and you survive at 1 through 3/6. At 4, 6, 5, 6, it's 20%, which I am 4, 6, so I should have it at 20%, but I must have just been a little bit over that. And then at 6, 6, it goes all the way up to 30%, which is actually kind of insane. Like 15% to 20%, 5% increase, 20% to 30%. 10% increase on one specific ult level. So definitely hate that, but it doesn't really surprise me. I mean, characters just are pay to win. So that's gacha games in general for you. It's not even a Grand Cross issue. It's just gacha games. So I'm not really surprised by that, but it is what it is. I definitely see the big issue with this being the fact that Tyr obviously is only going to have the 1-turn taunt. That sucks. Going forward, after that, they can just target Thor straight up, which, depending on how much damage they deal to me, might be okay, might not. We'll have to see. Maybe it would be better for me to throw the Tarmio link onto her instead. I'm not 100% sure on that. He did not get his stacks, which is actually kind of interesting to me. Let's use this to gain, hopefully, the passive on Vitoria. Hopefully that'll crit everyone. I'm not actually 100% sure on that. I think we go for Escanor here, just to try to get him out of the way. Once Arthur puts his taunt on, we could be in a really, really good position. The damage cap here, even if I kill, I can only do so much damage, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is with that. He did merge, so he is going to gain the passive here, which means that he's going to get a taunt, which means we'll do more damage with Thor against him. Problem being, Arthur's a good character, meaning that he's going to infect, probably do a good amount of damage. I don't think with Nanashi buffs it's going to be... Okay, he's single targeted. We get Thunder God's Protection because he played that weird. I think if he would have used the AoE first, I don't think it would have put me below 20%. Unfortunately, he's wiping my whole field here, which is very bad. But I'm kind of confident in this. I don't know if I should be, but I'm kind of confident in this. We have our passive procced at this point, so we'll do the additional damage to the other units. I think he has Tarmio Link, unfortunately. I don't think that's going to kill. Oh, I think it's going to kill. Melly lives. I wasn't infected because I had Thunder God's Protection. Top decking gold cards. All right, buddy. All right, buddy. Okay, AoE. I think I'm chilling. Nice. Nice. All right. So, still have Thunder God's Protection, of course. Gonna use the ult, because why not? The ult, by the way, insane. I've seen several, like, I think several of the YouTubers on JP ended up getting her 3-6, and I've seen several people ult with a 3-6 Thor, and it goes nuts every time. So the fact that I was lucky enough to do 2 rotations, get her 4-6, means that I got a little bit of a leg up on that, which is kind of nice. So, I mean, I do have the 20% damage, or, like, Thunder God Protection thing, so far, this isn't, like, it's a little hit or miss, but okay. We have another Escanor going first. A lot of load time on this one, so I don't know if the connection's going to be bad or what. BR typically stands for Brazil, so I could see there being a connection problem there with me in the US and them in South America, but I don't know, maybe not. I guess it just depends on how good of an internet connection both of us have, because I don't have the greatest internet on the planet, but I don't know what internet's like in South America, so I don't know. Either way, definitely connection issues, though. You can see that. Unstable. I feel like this match is going to fall through. But I do have to say, Tyr is actually doing a pretty darn good job of tanking and everything turn 1, gotta say. So that's been quite nice, I think. Is he debuffing my Tyr with... Okay, he's not, actually. I figured he would go for the Bond lower. I'm seeing a lot more Bonds today than I've seen in the past forever, which is kind of odd, but Escanor's disabled, unless he's running melee in the back, like other people seem to be doing. That could be kind of annoying, but let's go for... I don't want to kill... I don't want to kill Escanor yet this turn. I'm going to double attack with Tyr, because I think, honestly, after turn 1, he's kind of outlived his usefulness. Like, don't get me wrong, he's doing some really good damage because they're attacking into him and everything, but... that's incredibly unfortunate. At least we got him pretty low. I feel like he's going to lifesteal a decent amount back, though, once he pops that passive, but we'll see what happens. Already back up. That's so much HP gained back. That's crazy. He has his taunt now, which means that we'll do extra damage, though, which is good. We do top deck some extra level 2 cards, which is also good. Vitoria so far has not survived a second turn at all. This kills me. Thunder God's protection. Let's go. Okay. That's actually quite nice. I mean, he's disabled. Don't. You know. She is... Or he is quite back up to full here. Let's do this into... Do I use the Thor card? I think I'm going to use the Thor card. Second. I kind of wanted to use the AoE to get him down a little bit further before attacking into him. But let's see how this goes. Ooh, okay. 444, so boom. Kills Escanor. Kills Vaughn. It's crazy. I mean, it is crazy. Plus, I'm getting the Berserk buff from Tyr. Luckily, this guy does not have an AoE, because this would be incredibly unfortunate if he could just, like, AoE me here. This is going to kill my Thor. Unfortunate, but I have more than enough firepower with these two characters to finish things off. Weirdest end I've ever seen. I don't know if that was a connection thing or what, but that was incredibly bizarre to see that. Just looking at it like this is weird too. Okay, I think we'll do maybe one more game? I don't know. We'll see. Alright, what do we got? Okay, Naofumi and... Okay, we're going first. Naofumi on the team is, I think, a good thing for us, just because of the fact that he can taunt. Kind of hate to use a Tyr AoE turn 1, but I don't really think that there's a really... Well, maybe we don't use the AoE. Why wouldn't we use the AoE? Let's use the single target. Let's try to get rid of Escanor here. Might be a risky play, but I'm not going to be able to kill Escanor here. This isn't going to do half HP. Yeah, not going to do half HP. This is another reason I really don't like attacking into Escanor turn 1, 2. Like, I should have seen the fact that he was going to have evasion food coming there, for 1. But for 2, 1, he has a damage cap, so that's not helping our Thor get really what she needs out of this. 2, the man's lifesteal stat is through the roof. So he's going to do 1 AoE or 1 single target, be back up to full. My whole first turn was pointless kind of thing, which, I mean, we're building up passives and stuff, so I guess it's not that bad, but I also did not proc 3 stacks on Fitoria there, so that is maybe a bit of an issue. AoE, though, does deal damage. Evasion, forgot. That actually kind of sucks because I want to proc her passive, but there's not much I can do about that. I don't have Thunder God active yet. I guess let's do this. I don't know. This should crit. Ooh, big crit too. Pretty good damage there. I think that's actually going to proc our passive. Unfortunately, he cleansed, so he doesn't have the debuff on, so the weak point skill doesn't actually do as much there. I don't know if it would have killed, because, I mean, we're at full HP, type disadvantage, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. Could have been a gamble there. Goes for Thor. Okay, AoE. It's going to be a gamble. Goes for Fitoria. Okay. That shouldn't be enough to kill anybody extra. Hit. Oh, I was going to say hit Tyr, so that way he's lower HP for more damage for me. Let's do AoE into single target, and we'll see how that goes from there. Arthur has the Tarmia link on, I'm pretty sure. Outright killed Naofumi. That's good for me. I'm using the level 1 first, which might kill? Jeez, okay. Actually, very good. Very impressive there. And my level 2 goes to waste. Okay, wasn't actually expecting it to do that much. The Escanor, oh no. Well, actually, I don't think he can kill. I don't think he can kill anybody here. Maybe he can kill. No, he has a gold card. He top decked a gold. Okay, killing Tyr. That's fair, honestly. That's fair. But this ult goes stupid, so doesn't really matter, I don't think. Plus, I have my passive proc. This reapplies my passive if it wasn't proc. So, I don't know. the one loss that we had so far, I can definitely see that happening more often. Maybe I'm just getting lucky with some of these games that I'm playing, of course. But let's throw one more game in. I mean, it's working. So I can't argue with results for the most part. But, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, the game is so random. Like, any opponent could be the biggest whale you've ever seen, the most free-to-play person you've ever seen. There's such a wide spectrum of players that I can go up against here. And, I don't know. It just... like, I don't know exactly what I'm getting at here, I'm gonna be honest, but I definitely feel like I could be getting a little lucky here. Fitoria, oof, I shouldn't have probably AoE'd here, but honestly, I don't think I'm that worried about it. Could we kill Sabunak? Wild. That's crazy, actually. Wow. That's really impressive to me, personally. Like, that's crazy. Sabunak, I mean, I get it. Different end of the spectrum. Escanor's green. He's a heavy hitter. Thor is a really heavy hitter. But typically, you need to have her passive proc before she's hitting that hard. The fact that she's a taunt unit that we're attacking into means that we're doing extra damage, which is great. I don't know. It just kind of works out for us a bit, so that is fantastic. I don't think I'm going to have any issues with this team, so we'll just... This extra damage is going to go stupid. Boop. Yep. I don't think... Oh. Well, that's a lot of passives. That's a lot of passives. Ooh, actually, she's going to still survive. Unfortunately. Does have Holy Relic, though. Did proc all of the passives. 50% HP loss? Or, well, I think that was 40%. But still. No Thor cards? Come on, man. Kill tier? Nah. Well, I can't see the damage numbers. Oh my god! Unfortunately, Thunder God's protection there goes to waste a bit. Because I don't have any cards to follow up with. But hey, she lived, which is impressive. Boom. Jesus. Okay. Well, we're gonna call it there. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this, because like I said, I feel like it's a little skewed. I could be getting like better games. If you've tried it yourself, if you've been using, Thor without Sabunak, let me know. I do think that this team worked out really well. I kind of hate that I'm using Fitoria. I want some of these teams to be as accessible as possible, but unfortunately with the unknown team, it's just not doable. Like, you either have to have, UR festival characters in place, like Sabunak or Gother, or you have to have, I kind of wanted to throw on the new Infinity, or Blue Infinity Merlin, but I know a lot of you probably didn't summon for her. I didn't want to use Hell because I kind of want to showcase her Holy Relic separately. I don't really want to use Fitoria because she's an exclusive collab unit. There's so many options that I feel obligated not to use. But realistically, at the end of the day, if you are building into the unknown team, if you are pulling for Thor, I'm gonna assume that you have at least a decent setup for your unknown team already. And honestly, I think Tyr actually did a good job. The damage that he was dealing, very solid. His, taunt turn 1, very helpful. We actually were able to get the passive proc for Thunder God's protection several times. Obviously, I'm a 4/6, so I do have the 20% compared to the 15, so that, that's a little skewed. But Fitoria, I think, was more of just people want to get rid of Fitoria because they know what she can do kind of thing. But I think Thor did a pretty good job. Obviously, I have her 4/6. I have bought all of her costumes and stuff at this point, and I did True Awakener already. So, I do have a little bit of damage reduction stuff going for me. So, it just kind of is what it is. Unfortunately, there's no, there's no setup where I can just be like, okay, this is the most accessible version of this team. This is how most people are going to see it, kind of thing. Because I've worked on my account. Obviously, I've been playing the game since it came out, so box CC plays a big role into that. Blah blah blah. There's just so much. So take it with a grain of salt, of course. Try it out for yourself if you want to. Let me know how it goes, of course, because I am actually genuinely curious. But I have to say, I think everything went pretty well. I have to say, it went good. I mean, I lost, what, one game? Just one game that I lost? And I mean, you know, that happens. Unfortunately, with the Thunder God's protection being the way that it is, you're not going to proc it every time, unfortunately. But when it happens, boy, oh boy, does it feel good. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. A little bit of a long-winded outro, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. Hopefully it was informative or helpful or something. Like I said, let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. And that is it for me. So subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys probably tomorrow. I feel like with this character coming out and there being such new stuff and interesting things to mess around with, I feel like I'm actually going to be able to release a video every single day this week, just because there's so many like different things that I want to mess around with. So that should be fun. So either way, see you guys later. Have a good day.